X3, 218, chop.
On first down, Vaughn. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 18-yard line.
50, plant. 55. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Please grip.
From the gun, Lawrence. Caught here by Conley. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. It's brought in by Dodson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run it with Balazs. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Go, 18, Dave. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Come up the ball. Hey, Mike 7. Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike. Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go.
To throw on 2nd down, Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Lawrence. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. A first down throw for Mariota. And that'll be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield. Looking for the end zone. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point put through by Succop, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll start with a give here to Balaj. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 22.
Mike 52. 52 is the mic right here over there, right? 52 is the mic. Let's down top. Guys, out of time. Let's get off the field. One.
They'll run now with Gaskin. And an alley to run. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
To throw Mariota. This will be caught by Brown. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point try now for Succop. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. A deep ball for Dotson. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception at half number 1.
Let's go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Blue 18. 3. Here I come. One.
Throwing on 2nd down. Mariota. And Martin's got it. Complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
But maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jayon Brown. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. And the pressure gets to him again. Jayon Brown able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Javon Hargrave in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Mariota. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Mike, 55.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's got his man. This is Jackson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, Lawrence. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready. Ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Here's Gaskin. Down to the 25. Mike Ford in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
One.
Check 52.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
Let's go, Heavy. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Check.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Raekwon McMillan in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Check pass.
To throw again, Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Malcolm Jenkins, the strong safety, swoops in for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost yet.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
At the 39-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Check 50.
One.
And to give this time to the tailback. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
3. One.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the 1st. They get him to the ground at the 37.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half.
Go, set.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back now in Nashville. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the fourth. The Dolphins on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. It's hauled in by Doxson. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Josh Doxson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points that gets them back within a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Push him back. Push him back.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mariota nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long.
Let's see what you got. Check 24. Check 24.
Throwing, Mariota. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. This is Gaskin on the carry. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Mike's 50.
Mariota. And he will find his man on the outside. 7 yards there and a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Silver.
Three.
Looking to throw on second down. Mariota flush to his right. This complete to Martin. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. This is what coming. This is what coming.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Where are they, team?
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Moss, and he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive,
a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jerome Baker leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now a handoff here to his running back. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Mariota to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. Green. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Stop your whining.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Well, we